What is crackalating, dope heads? I am your host, Dope, and you're watching The Dope Show here on Dope Comics on YouTube. And as you see today, we're serious. I got these nice looking pork chops, they're crackalating. They're looking good. My wife don't like them. She said we ain't grubbing no more until I cut these things. You know what? I'm an old man. I can go weeks. I don't need to grub. I can go weeks. Anyway, we'll see how long we keep these. But today is a special day because today we're doing graveyard covers. Ain't no playing around today. This is a good day because I got hundreds of graveyard covers and I had to limit it down probably to about, I don't know, I think there's about 15 or 20 in here. And, it's hard to do a horror book without putting a tombstone or two in there. So there's lots of graveyard covers when you start looking for them. But today we're just going to show about 15 to 20. Keep it under, hopefully, 15 minutes. So let's get to crackalating. What you say? First one. These are in no certain order. Web of Evil from, probably 54, 53. This is a beautiful book. This is Web of Evil number 11. You can see the heads coming out of the ground, those hands. The guy on top of the ground looks scarier to me than the guy coming out of the ground. So, pick your poison. Pick your poison. This is Web of Evil number 11, and these can still be had pretty cheap. If you get a raw copy, you can probably score one for about $100 to $150 on eBay. Yeah. Next. What else we got in the stack? We've got Tomb of Terror number 6. And this is a beautiful book. I think I was drunk when I bought it because I didn't realize there was 2 terror pools right here. I guess I thought it was probably some fog or some smoke. How in the hell you get terror pools sideways? I don't know. But I had to keep this one because it's got 2 fat boys back here digging holes. And they didn't notice that this bony corpse coming out of the ground behind this homemade fog, which is terror pools. But anyway, this is Tomb of Terror number 6. Get you some. Pow, 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 pow. Next we got, believe it or not, we got tombstone jumping, baby. It needs to be like some kind of sport in the Olympics. Because this dude is a tombstone hopper. Look at him go. Wow, they need guns. They don't need a damn sword. He's hopping tombstones, baby. You can't catch a demon tombstone hopper. Look at him go. Beautiful artwork, painted cover. Find these in the damn, I don't know if there's a such thing as a $2 bin, but it's worth more than $1. Find these in the $2 bin probably. Because this Ripley's, believe it or not, by Gold Key. Next. And another Ripley's, believe it or not, by Gold Key. This one right here is didn't put a number on it because they got a little lazy. But anyway, here's another good one. We got a red coat werewolf turning over tombstones in the graveyard. And the people that work on the graveyard, they sit out here and weed eat this shit all the time. They mow it all the time. Their family's here. They don't like guys turning over tombstones. Dude, show some damn family respect. And look how many of the family mates come out. Look at all them torches all the way down the hill. They all want to get them some of the red coat werewolf. Next, see what we got. Oh, from 1991 when I was a 14-year-old dopehead. Yeah, look at here. Freddy Krueger. This is his first series. I got his first time in comics. I got his first series in comics. If it's got Freddy, I'm down with it. Freddy was one of the first horror guys I ever saw as a kid growing up. One of my big sisters, they had a sleepover. And, rented some VHS tapes. And I just couldn't keep my eyes in my room. I had to go see what they're looking at. And it scared me to death. It was Freddy Krueger. Yeah. There you go. This is number 4, Freddy Krueger. And this is by Innovation. Get you some. That's the best cover in the Freddy Krueger first series. Uh-oh. And one of my favorite titles of all time by one of my favorite publications of all time. Big E.C. Tales from the Crypt. Look here, Alvin with his A on his head. These 3 little boys. The thing that makes this cover scary is this could happen, fellas. These are just little boys out running around at night in the graveyard when they come across some old drunk hobo. And look at him. He's got his dagger and he's going to chop on some boys. So little kids don't go out in the graveyard at night because you don't know what kind of hobo homeless people live out there. Me and my old lady went to New Orleans, partying hard down there on Beale Street. We took some graveyard tours. There's a lot of homeless people living in them graveyards. So this is probably like an action shot of fucking New Orleans or something. Never seen any kids in New Orleans, but that might be why not. Anyway, next, we got Gasp. Gasp comes to you from AGC. And you got to look close, but there's a tombstone, so this is a graveyard cover. That's another one of them books that you can find on the download because it's postcode horror. And people don't love postcode horror, but I love all horror because there ain't no pre-code horror to me because I love it all. I don't care if it's 93, 63, 53, or 43. I love me some books. Anyway, look at that. There it is. I've never seen a ghost shoot fire out of his finger. He's doing the double fingers like... You can see right there it's shooting out. 3 businessmen hanging out in the graveyard. Don't know what they're doing, but they're getting toast now. Next. Ooh, Forbidden Worlds from the same company right here. We got this Popo, and he's loose in the graveyard at night. And he got a call that something crazy is going on in the graveyard. The wolves are in the graveyard and they're howling. Things just ain't right tonight. What is going on? Well, one thing that ain't right is this werewolf. There's a werewolf in the graveyard. And he's got on perfect clothes and his shirt tucked in. Because he is a preppy werewolf. Anyway, pew, he got shot right in the hip. You don't shoot a werewolf with a regular gun. That's just going to piss him off, baby. You got to use that old silver bullet. And I wouldn't be surprised if it ain't Dracula come to get him some too. So you got to watch out. Next we got... Wapow! Some Dale. Look at that painted cover. This is a good one here. This is A Witch's Victim and the Missing Man. Yeah, this is a good one. You can see here we got a warlock, which is a male witch. We got a female witch. We got another female witch. And it looks like they got the golf club. So they're going to go play some golf tonight in the graveyard. Because that's what Gothic people like. There is athletic golf people in the world. If you're into goth, you can play golf if you want to. It's America. Don't let people tell you can't. You just got to go out at night in the graveyard and take your old wooden clubs with you. She's got her a sand wedge. This woman right here got a 58-degree pitching wedge. This guy here, he's got a voodoo doll. Because he said, you ain't going to beat me at no golf. So they're playing golf in the graveyard. Probably a pretty good story. Especially if you're in the graveyards and golf. Why wouldn't you like it? And here's one of the newest books that I've got lately. Adventures into Terror. There's a beautiful cover, and like I told you before, this guy was out in his station wagon when it ran out of gas. He was probably selling vacuum cleaners, and he told his old lady, I know I was supposed to take you out for that pork chop dinner tonight, but guess what? We out of gas. The quickest way to get out of this situation is cut through the graveyard, and our pork chop dinner will probably be ready for us when we get to the sizzler. So they cut through the graveyard, and what did they not expect? A full moon. And when they got the full moon, they got the full bodies of the apparitions. And here they come, look at them. They're surrounded them. The ghouls are out tonight. The ghouls are out tonight. All right, next. This one here is a Franzetta. Creepy. And this has got 2 of my favorite, Dracula and a werewolf, because Franzetta could draw better than anybody. Except Bernie Wrightson and Maurice Whitman and a couple others. But he could draw better than anybody. Look at that. They got a fight going on. And if you look up here, there's some graveyard tombstones. So they are fighting in the chapel. What's left of the chapel. And I don't know why, but anytime you see werewolf fight Dracula, or you see Frankie fight Dracula, Dracula never wins any of them. But somehow he's still the leader. You know, when I watch Monster Squad, he's leading the show. But he's always the weakest one. So he's playing mind games with them. Dracula's a good leader. He knows how to lead without being strong. Now we got to some slabs, Daddy. We got some slabs. The first one I got right here was sent to me from my good friend. Look here, Man Cave. This is a Strange Mysteries #1 from Man Cave. And as you can see, there's an open tomb back here, and there's bones on the ground. We got some good girl artwork. We got some gore going on. We got a little bit of everything in Strange Mysteries 1 at Big Ten Center, baby, from 1951. Feel the smoke! Feel the smoke! Next. What we got next in the stack? we got This Magazine is Haunted, number 4. We got this zombie back here, and he's actually, even though his body's rotted, he's actually still got some brain pigment. Because if you look at it, he's like, shh, bitch, they're going to find me. And if he finds me, he's going to burn me with that torch, bitch. Keep your mouth shut. That's how I figured he talked. But anyway, if you look in this one, you know, there's some tombstones. So it's, you know, he's walking through the old graveyard at night. I don't know why she's looking all pretty hanging out in the graveyard at night. But I can feel the smoke off of her. She's got it going on. She's got a little bit of Dolly Parton in her, you know what I mean? All right. Next, we got Beware of Terror Tales, number 1. Classic floating head cover. We got all these cool floating heads. We got the graveyard back there, the full moon. This is a nice 6.0 from 1952. Get you some. I love them floating head covers. Look at that. Woo! Floating head. You don't ever see many white pre-code horror books either. So, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And just looking at the back of it's pretty cool. We got some unknown world horror suspense. And there it is. That's a cool back on that. So, I like it. Next, we got a big old eerie number 6 from 1952. Look at that. Got the big tombstone there. Dude got 2 teeth. We got look like the same girl from the other book. Dolly lives in the damn graveyards. Same top, same blonde hair, same D cup, same everything. She's been kidnapped by a zombie. And now we got a big ass guy in a green cloak with 2 teeth coming after her. She needs to stay out of the graveyard. Next. Getting down, we got 3 left. And you can't have graveyard covers if you don't have a Witch and Craft number 5. Because it's a giant tomb of bones. That's a memorial for a lot of people. And that's one of the hottest girls I've ever seen on the cover. Thank you, Kelly Freeze. Thank you. Ain't this Kelly Freeze? Yeah, Kelly Freeze. Thank you, Kelly Freeze. Look at there. We got did I say boobs everywhere? What's on my mind? We got bones everywhere, man. Bones everywhere. We got the green ghoul over here. We got the nice red head and the red dress looking all seductive. And, you know, this has also got Witches of Death in it. Where Zombies Walk. Warlock. I mean, this is a good book, guys. One of my favorites of all time. This is a 3.5 green, and I show it anytime I can, baby. Get you some of that Warlock 5. Next, we got 2 books left. 2 books left. We got another book I like to show a lot. Anytime I can show any Ghost Comics. Ghost Comics is my favorite series in pre-code horror. This is Maurice Whitman, my favorite artist in pre-code horror. He does the detailed zombies. He does the detailed ghouls. He does the detailed bat boys. He does any kind of detailed horror mixed with the good girl art, with the swirl and dream state. If you look over here, there's tombstones everywhere. They in the graveyard, baby. This is number 1 from 1951, Fiction House. Maurice Whitman is the greatest drawer artist of all time. Put that in your pocket and smoke it. Keep that in your pocket and smoke it. I said it. He's my favorite. Every ghost cover he's did from 1, 2, 4, 6. They're all hotter than fish grease. Just get you some. Look at that. When Maurice Whitman starts drawing, I mean, you look at it, you take Marcus, I mean, think about it. Maurice Whitman starts drawing. He puts his little hand on the paper. He puts his hand on the paper. Hotter than fish grease. Just, the stuff he comes up with just blows your mind. And we got one more book. And the reason we're showing all these is because this book I got today out of the mailbox. And I didn't want to do an unboxing because unboxings take forever to get the damn thing out. And then you got peanuts all in your floor. So I'm just going to show you a book I got today. And this is a great book. It's from the early 50s. It is from 1954. It's a graveyard cover. Looking super dope. Look how nice that is. Look how white that is. And the best part, it's a fucking 9, guys. The Thing. And he got him a woman back there. Look at that. That's the noise it makes. And it is a 9.0 Thing. How often you see a pre-code horror in a 9.0, guys? 9.0. I ain't got no new books in the 9.0. I don't collect no new books. I read new books. But here is a 9.0 of The Thing. So get you some of that, guys. Look how white that white is. And this is like a brand new book from 1954. How many years is that? Google it. It's like 70 years. 68 years old. And it's a 9.0. I mean, I'm happy to have this in the collection. I don't know if I bought it because it's, you know, The Thing number 16, which I love the cover too, or if I bought it because it's a 9.0. But it's beautiful. And a 9.0 from 1954. So, and it says it's got a injury to eye panel. I don't know who collects injury to eyes, but if you do, injury to eye panel is one of the highlights of this book. I don't even know what that means, but there you go. Now you know. Number 9.0 of number 16, The Thing. That is all of our graveyard books today. This has been the Graveyard Special. So I hope you felt some of that fire right there. Felt some, you be all sweating now after seeing all that fire. Fire got all in your eyebrows. But we looked at all the books. We counted them down. We're under 17 minutes. If you like what you saw and saw what you like, click that like button. Click that subscribe button. Until the next time. Bye-bye, baby.